Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to the Queen's Curry Kitchen. Namaste. Today is the last day of the year, and I am testing out a new product that I created. This is called a dosa batter, and basically, what I've done is I've created it as a powder, as a flour, and then you can actually just dissolve it in water. You don't have to worry about soaking it for 8 hours, 10 hours, soaking it overnight, then grinding it, then fermenting it. It's just ready to go. All you do is dissolve this 1 cup of this powder into 1.5 cups of water. Let it sit for about half an hour and you're good to go. So I have a hot pan here. We just have to cool that a little bit because when you spread the crepe, you need that extra time to spread it. Okay, so I have made one already, and I'm not trying to make it super thin because I don't want it crisp. I just want it soft. Okay, so you just go from inside to outside and you use the back of your ladle to spread it. Just really smooth and silky. I'm very happy with the results that came out. And look, if dosas are your favorite thing, or if you've never had these gluten-free crepes made with rice and lentil flour, you have got to try this. They're tangy because they're sourdough, kind of a fermented taste. They're tangy. They could be crisp or soft, however you want it. I also sprinkled my podi, which is like the spice powder that goes inside, and this is a combination of red chili powder, coriander powder. I always have this in my freezer. If you have ordered the coconut curry blend from my website, you should have it as well. So once you put out the crepe, you're just going to drizzle some oil and you will increase the heat to medium. And gradually you'll see that because this is a well-seasoned griddle, you can either use a well-seasoned cast iron pan as well. Hello, Tim. Good morning. Happy last day of 2020. Whoa, it's ending. And you'll see that as it's ready to flip, it's going to start releasing from the sides. Right? So don't try to make it super crisp. And ideally, when I make it for my daughter, or when I used to make it for her when she was a baby, I used to always make it with ghee because that was just her favorite taste profile. And this firms up really easily. There is no egg in this batter. It's just the powder. So you can order the powder right now. It's not even listed on the website because this is my final test that I'm doing on this. I've spent a few months just perfecting the recipe for the premix. And you can see how soft and pliable this is. Also, there is no salt in this batter, right? So if you order the powder, you can absolutely season it to your liking. And you can see how brown or how crisp you want it. So just gently lift the sides and then give it a flip. I just like to briefly cook it on the other side, even though it's pretty well cooked and it's not raw at any point. I just like to briefly cook it on the other side. Okay, so 2020 taught me a lot of tricks. This is really a great product that has come out for busy people who don't have time to be fermenting the rice and the lentils, and they just really want to make something quickly that they love. This is a great accompaniment to eat with curries. And you always have to cool down the griddle with a little splash of water so that it'll be ready to take on the next crepe that you're making, okay? I'm going to say a quick hello to Roma. Hello, Roma. Hello to Kim. Happy New Year, Kim. How's it going in Canada? Happy New Year to Ruchi Gold. She's in India, so they're probably very close to the midnight mark right now. So this is the crepe, the dosa that I'm making, and I am making it from a premix product that I created. I've been working on it for the past couple of months, and this is absolutely now at the testing stage. It's coming out to be absolutely perfect. You can see this is just a powder. You can order the powder. It's called the dosa premix. You order the powder, you mix water in it, and then you just let it sit for 40 minutes, and then you can go ahead and make your crepes in any kind of a cast iron pan that you have. So all I did was I made a flowy batter with this. That's what I did. And then I added my spice blend. If you have ordered the coconut curry blend from the queenscurrykitchen.com website, you should have this. I just do a little sprinkling of that to give some flavor. A drizzle of oil or ghee or butter, whatever your children or your family prefers. And then turn up the heat. So this powder that converts into batter actually needs no soaking, no fermenting, no grinding, nothing at all. It's already been done for you. So I think this is like my biggest breakthrough of 2020. Yes. Alrighty, so you can see, you know, for us North Indian people, making dosa from scratch is quite the challenge. So I thought, hey, you know what? I'm sure I'm not the only one who struggled with this for so many years. So I said, why not make it into a powder and have a premix for this as well, along with all the other premixes. So you do know I have an upma premix, I have a khichdi premix. I have so many of those premixes. So if you're trying to eat healthy in the new year and you're trying to get over the gluttony that you had practiced during the holiday season, order one of the khichdi premixes. And that is only available to all the people who hop on the live. It is not even listed on my website, honey. So you are very privileged if you're getting to see this and you're sharing this breakthrough with me. I really appreciate that you are here. Okay, let me say a quick hello to Roshni Patel and Kina Hurt are watching. So hello and welcome to the Queen's Curry Kitchen. We are just experimenting my crepe premix. No, Kim, this is actually eaten savory and not sweet. And I'm going to be also making a chutney from scratch. I'll make a chutney from soaked chana dal, some ginger, some fresh green chilies, and curry leaves, and some fresh coconut. So I will be making a chutney on that. I think there is a video that I did last week, a couple of weeks ago, that already has that. So that is actually the perfect accompaniment. We have made a couple of them, and you can see it's crisp in places, and then it's also soft and pliable. So these are absolutely delicious for a morning breakfast, for a lunchbox that you're trying to. Yes, this is absolutely vegan and it's gluten-free. And it comes as a powder. All you got to do is just dissolve it in water and let it sit for half an hour. And then you can shape and form your crepes. A lot of times it also comes in restaurants. You might have eaten it. It's called dosa. And it is served with a potato filling and with a lentil stew called sambar. I do have a sambar premix. So if you want to order that, just send a DM or a PM. Shipping is free all over the country. Like, you know, yeah. So we are making some good progress. For those of you who just tuned in, I think I'm going to go ahead and make another one, just so you'll understand the ease of the process. So it's literally like taking any other like pancake flour, or just, you know, flour, and making a crepe batter. For every cup of flour that you will get in the dosa premix, you're going to add a cup and a quarter of water. And you're going to make these crepes. So it's super important to cool down your pan before you put on the next one, because we need that time to spread the batter. When it's cool, you get that extra time that you need to spread it thin. And you can make them crisp. You can make them soft. You can also make uttapams with it, which is like more of a thicker pizza crust type of a crepe. And this is 100% gluten-free, 100% vegan. Okay, so start in the middle and then use the back of your ladle to spread it out. You don't need any of those fancy silicone squeegees or whatever. You don't need that. We've been making this like in India for centuries like this. All right, so it's a very thin layer, as you can see. And it's super satisfying just to watch. It's super satisfying to eat. This is my soul food. Even though I'm not from the south of India, I am a Northie, but I just love this. Okay, so as soon as it starts to set a little bit, you're going to increase the heat between medium and high, and you will drizzle some oil. I'm doing light olive oil. You can do butter or ghee depending on whatever your preference is. And you can crank up the heat, and you'll wait for it to cook. As it cooks, you can actually spread this masala. This is a spice blend that I make. This is an artisanal quantity, and if you have ordered the coconut curry spice blend, you should have this in your pantry. My website sells this coconut curry spice blend. You can check out queenscurrykitchen.com and go to the online shop. It's all there. Okay, so now let me say a quick hello to Priyanka Goyal Gupta. Hello, Priyanka. Welcome to Queen's Curry Kitchen. Thank you for hanging out with me on this last day of 2020. I appreciate your presence. Your presence is a present. How about that? So look, take a sneak peek underneath there and see it's well cooked. See that? It's pretty well cooked. All right. So just trying to get you in there, and then yeah. So when it starts leaving the pan, it's going to start moving around freely. You know that you can actually flip it. I just like to cook it briefly on the second side, even though it's not required, especially if you're making the crisp version and spreading it really thin. You don't need to cook the other side. You only need to cook one side. You can actually, Kina, you can put a potato mash inside. So there's usually spiced potatoes that go inside it. So you boil potatoes, you mash them, and then you saute them with a tempering of mustard seeds and curry leaves and some ginger. And that literally gets plastered across, and then it gets folded on top on both sides. So you could actually put in a filling, and you can fold it on both sides, and then it keeps it encased, right? So this is still the visible outside, and then all the filling goes on the inside where you put the spices. Okay, so I think I'm done 4. You can see this was only 1 cup of the flour that I've used. I'm going to cool off my griddle. And if you'd like to order it, you can just send me a direct message. I'll tell you what quantities it comes in, what prices it has. I'm just trying to show you how many you can do with 1 cup of the powder. So I'm already, this is my 4th one, and there's still more. Okay, so I think I should be able to get about maybe 7 to 8. That's my estimate. And this is my first time testing it by the cup, so it'll be very precise, and the instructions will come on your packet, so you'll really know how much to mix, how long to wait. Okay, so I've spread that. Now I'm going to go ahead and spread this masala and turn up the heat a little bit so it'll start setting. I'm gonna say a quick hello to Ruby. Hello, Ruby. I hope you're feeling better. She's asking if I've made this with powder or did I grind it and soak the dal and soak the lentils and grind it. No, Ruby, this is a premix that I've been testing, and I've finally come up with the right combination of the rice and dal. It's actually a powder that I've created where you can get instant dosa. So you really don't need to soak anything. You don't need to grind anything. You don't need to ferment anything. You just put the powder and put it in water, and that's it. And you'll get your dosa. You can start making it after letting it rest for half an hour. It's really quick. So yes, no grinding, no nothing. It's very easy for anybody who's not a South Indian to actually now make this at home. And a lot of my clients who are gluten-free love it because they can eat that as an alternative to rotis. Hey, Amy, welcome, welcome. I was hoping that I'll connect with most of you this last day of 2020, so thank you. Hey, I could ship to Canada. It's not, but nobody's stopping me. Right, Kim? I'll try to do one of those boxes, right? If it ships, it fits, and then you pack it tight and put as much as you can so that you're maximizing on whatever you're paying in shipping, right? So I suggest you should get the dosa premix, you should get the sambar, which is the lentil stew premix, and you should get the spice blend that makes the spices for the coconut, for the potato filling inside. So I personally only like to briefly cook the second side because I feel like it's already pretty cooked, and you don't want them to be too oily. So you can see how soft and pliable these dosas are. They're nice and puffy. So these are perfect accompaniments to your lentil stew. They're perfect accompaniments to the chutney. I will be jumping on the live and making a chutney with soaked chana dal. And I will put coconut, ginger, cilantro. I'll put all those things into the chutney, and then I'll give it a tempering. So that's something that we're going to do next, right? Well, this is not listed on the website yet, but you can tell me what all you need and I will calculate everything and tell you. So this is just a test and an announcement that it's coming soon onto the website. So whenever you're ready to order it, you can just, very soon it'll be on the website. It isn't right now, but it will be. Okay, a quick cooling of the tawa. I'm going to keep making these just so in real time you'll get a sense of how many dosas you can actually get. And these are actually very light to eat. So once you make them, I don't know, personally, I can eat about 3 or 4 at a time, and then I feel like, oh, okay, I'm okay. I don't need any more. So yeah, you do need a lot. So if you have a large family, you might have 2 griddles, or you might use one of those electric griddles on which you make the pancakes. That might be a good idea to make your dosas on. Right, so I'm just trying to complete the circle here. And you don't want it thick at any point or too thin at any point. So using the back of the ladle really helps. Spread it out, and as soon as it is forming the shape, you just crank up the heat just a little bit, clean up all the, and then add your podis to this. So this really has a kind of like a savory, tangy flavor to it, just like sourdough. And the powder that comes to you in the shipment is without any salt. So you can actually season this batter just before you make them. I have never tried them sweet, but hey, you know what? If that's what you want to try, maybe you should try it. I don't know. Neha Shah is watching. Hey Neha, welcome to Queen's Curry Kitchen. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. We are making dosas from a dosa premix. So I'm actually testing out the powder that I created for all of us not South Indian people who find it challenging to make dosas at home, but we definitely crave it. So this is a result of our dosa premix powder that you just take and dissolve in water and let it rest for half an hour. See how smooth and flowy it is? And you can add salt if you want. And then these are the dosas that come out. They are absolutely super duper gorgeous. Look how soft and pliable it is. I'm just making the soft ones instead of the crispy ones. I have put in some masala podi inside. And this is actually the coconut curry coastal blend that is on my website. So if you've ordered that from queenscurrykitchen.com on the online shop, you probably have it already. All right, so once it starts leaving the pan and moving around freely, you know that it's cooked. And you can actually go ahead and flip this. So this is, for me, dosa is like an all-time snack. I can eat it any time of day, even if I'm full. For most people, it's dessert. That they can eat at any time of day. For me, it's dosa and pani puri. I can eat that any time of day, any day of the year, without any problem. All right, so let's just count how many we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, we are doing good. We have 5 of these right here and 1 here. And I think I'm probably going to get 1 or 2 more, right? Let me know where are you tuning in from and what do you like to eat that reminds you of your childhood. Even though I didn't grow up in a South Indian home, I just am obsessed with dosa, which is a South Indian daily staple. I can live without roti, but I cannot live without dosa. I don't know what the reason is. It must be some past life connection to South India, but I absolutely, absolutely love dosas. So I've been struggling for a few months to try to recreate this dosa magic without having to grind anything, because you need a stone grinder. You need to ferment it. If you would like to order this dosa premix, please send me a private message. It's not listed on the website yet, so you won't be able to find it there. Do send me a message and I will make sure that I can send you an invoice and I can pack your order ASAP, and you can start eating these crepes in your home. So I wish you all a very, very happy new year, depending on whatever part of the world. Kim is like, get in my belly. Yeah, Kim, I know how that is, baby. When you bake all those cookies and you put pictures, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I lived next to Kim. That's what I feel, right? All right, just putting in a little more podi. Gonna increase the heat a little bit, and as it sets, I am going to sprinkle a little olive oil. You can do this with ghee or butter. Veena Khanna, good morning to you. Where are you tuning in from? Is it the new year yet, wherever you live, or is it not yet? Let us know in the comments. I am just testing out my dosa premix powder that I created, and this is the time when we have made the perfect dosas without soaking, grinding, or fermenting anything. All we did was took a cup of the flour and added a cup and a half of water and then let it sit for half an hour. And this is the most luscious dosa you can ever eat, especially when you're sitting at home. Everybody's home. They want something snacky. They want something wacky. They want something yummy. This is it. You need this in your life. Okay. So with that, I'm going to quickly sign off because I know I have to go and finish the execution of the Indo-Chinese box. I keep doing these Fusion Eats boxes from time to time, every couple of weeks. So if you live in New York, you can definitely get your hands on one of these. Last time we did the tikka taco box, which was a super duper hit. So I might bring that back in the next couple of weeks or something. Stay tuned, be blissful, be flavorful, and have a great, great new year, you all. I love you. Thank you for all the love and the support that you have shown me in this year. And thank you for choosing to spend your hard-earned money with my brand. It really, really means a hell of a lot to me. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.